Liars don't expose themselves with lies. They expose themselves with questions. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 7 questions that manipulators ask every single time they're hiding something. Once you know these, you'll never be confused by them again. Every lie needs information to survive, and the easiest way for a liar to gather that information is to ask you for it, directly, casually, like they're just making conversation. What you're about to learn are the 7 specific questions liars ask, why they ask them, and exactly what to say when one of these gets thrown at you. Because once you know these patterns, you stop feeling confused. You start seeing clearly. Let's get into it. Question 1. Who told you that? Notice what they're not doing. They're not denying. They're not explaining. They're immediately asking you to reveal your source. Why? Because a liar's first instinct isn't the truth. It's damage control. If they know who told you, they can attack that person's credibility. Get ahead of the story. Make sure that source never speaks again. The moment someone responds to your concern with who told you that, they're not defending themselves. They're going on offense. What to say? That doesn't matter. What matters is whether it's true. Watch their reaction. It will tell you everything. Question 2. Why would I lie about that? This is one of the most psychologically clever moves a liar makes. Because instead of answering your question, they've just handed you their question to answer. Now you're the one explaining yourself. Now you're the one on trial. It's called burden shifting. And it works because most people feel the social pressure to provide a reason. But here's the truth. You don't need a motive to spot a lie. Liars lie for reasons that make sense to them, not to you. What to say? I'm not asking why you'd lie. I'm asking if what you said is true. Simple, direct, no room to dodge. Question 3. This one it's hardest, because it's not just a question. It's an emotional grenade. Do you trust me? When someone says this after being confronted, they're not asking about trust. They're using your love, your loyalty, your relationship as a shield. Think about it. If you say, yes, I trust you, you've just disarmed your own suspicion. If you say, I'm not sure, now you look like the problem. This is emotional manipulation at its most sophisticated. Real trust isn't declared. It's demonstrated. Anyone who needs you to verbally confirm your trust in the middle of a confrontation is protecting a lie, not a relationship. What to say? Trust is built through honesty. Just be honest with me right now. That's it. Keep it focused. Question 4 is designed to make you back down. Are you seriously accusing me of something? The moment a liar says this, they've switched from defensive to aggressive. They want you to feel unreasonable, paranoid, like you're the one causing drama by simply asking a question. This is called DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. You came in with a concern. Now suddenly you're the one defending why you even brought it up. This works on people who hate conflict, people who don't want to seem aggressive or unfair, people who care too much about being liked. What to say? I'm not accusing. I'm asking a question. You can either answer it or not. Don't defend your right to ask. Just hold your ground, quietly. Before we get to the final 3 questions, and I'll tell you the most important thing you can do when any of these are used on you. If this is opening your eyes, subscribe. We break down dark psychology and human behavior every week. Now, back to it. Question 5. Can we talk about this later? This sounds reasonable. It sounds calm, like they just need a moment to process. But in the hands of a manipulator, this question is a delay tactic. Pure and simple. They're not asking for time to think. They're asking for time to build a better story, to find out what you know, to get their version straight. And later very often becomes never. Or by the time later comes, enough time has passed that bringing it up again feels awkward, like you're the one still holding a grudge. What to say? I'd rather talk about it now while it's fresh. It won't take long. Don't let them reset the clock. Question 6 comes before the lie lands. You're not going to get mad, are you? Pay attention to when this appears. Before a confession, before bad news, before something they know will upset you. By getting you to promise you won't get angry, they've already started controlling your reaction. Now if you get upset, they can say you promised. It disarms your natural, justified response before you've even heard what they've done. That's not consideration. That's preemptive emotional management. What to say? I can't promise that. Just tell me what happened. You're allowed to feel what you feel. Don't let anyone negotiate that away from you before you've even heard the truth. The final question is the most dangerous because it doesn't attack what you said. It attacks who you are. Why are you always so suspicious? Always. That's the key word. They're not responding to this moment. They're reframing your entire identity. Suspicious, paranoid, insecure, untrusting. If they can make you believe that your instincts are a character flaw, you'll start doubting yourself every time those instincts fire. This is long-game gaslighting, and it works, over time, on people who care about how they're perceived. The truth? Your suspicion exists for a reason. Healthy intuition is data. Your mind has been pattern-matching information it's already collected. What to say? I'm not always suspicious. I'm suspicious right now. There's a difference. Trust your gut. It's usually right. Here's what ties all 7 of these together. Not one of them actually answers your question. That's the pattern. A liar never wants to address the actual issue. They redirect. They delay. They deflect. They attack. Anything to avoid the truth. So the most powerful thing you can do when any of these questions get thrown at you is simple. Stay on topic. Don't follow them down rabbit holes. Don't defend your right to ask. Don't apologize for noticing. Don't negotiate your emotions. Just calmly, quietly bring it back. Every time. Because truth doesn't need to avoid questions. Only lies do. If you've ever had one of these questions used on you, drop a comment below. Tell us which one hit closest to home. You're probably not alone. And if this video opened your eyes, the next one will go even deeper. We're breaking down the 7 hidden signs that reveal someone's true character. No words needed. Just behavior. That video is right there. See you in it.